the areas of wealth, the beliefs that I was carrying.
put in place and continue to work on it, because if that is not there in my hand, I don't think I can achieve anything else. If I'm not healthy, I can't do it. If I'm not rested well, I can't do it. If I am overworked, I can't do it. So self care, self love, and awareness of taking care of myself physically, emotionally, and spiritually is the priority, which has to happen even if nothing else happens. I have forgotten what the second question was. So,
What kind
The
of
question
changes
was, what
is
have I
possible
done with it?
in this
How
area?
has your life changed? Oh, Rita.
profoundly. Post the event, very profoundly. I couldn't implement anything as such because of the Diwali celebrations, but it is in my mind. I have a plan which is going to I have right now.
Thank you for sharing, Jess. It
Thank you
was
so much.
wonderful to hear you. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Same here.
Who's
Thanks.
going next? Rita? Lauren?
I have
Okay,
done.
You've done, Lauren?
I'll go next.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, even I felt that the ship exercise was a defining moment. It's in a way for me because I tend to do a lot for everybody else. I put myself last. And so I felt that, I personally felt that, there are always flares on a ship. You use a flare and a helicopter will come. So let me allow two of those who have the desperate need to get away. Let them go on the boat. And I think I was a little surprised that they were looking at it a little differently. The exercise they kept putting forth their reasons, which did seem I mean, they seemed frivolous to me. But I said, okay, I voted in their favor. And I was surprised that somebody said, oh, you've lived your life, you don't have anything to live for. So giving up your seat, which is not true because I had looked at it differently. I had looked at it as a survivor. From a survivor point of view, that let those who are weaker go first, and I will wait back and survive because there are other means of survival. So I think it sort of opened my eyes to the fact that I allow myself to be taken for granted. And perhaps it's time for me.
It's coming from within. And how has life changed? Yes, every time a warrior energy comes in, it comes from the space of love also, not only as a
some place at some time in some universe or some dimension before. In fact, go ahead and send me some love if the love is still there. Otherwise, just simply raise your hands. Okay, yeah, excellent. Seeing a lot of familiar faces, whether we've met each other live in person in MMI or whether it's on the Way of the Champion or in some way, shape, or form. So already you know how this works, and I'm seeing a lot of digital hands go up. And incidentally, my first observation is most of the hands that are up are women's hands. The women warriors are representing in the house, and the men are kind of watching on and following behind. Okay, we're having a couple more. Whoa. Okay, everything's all lighting up and in front of me in my screen. I'll go directly in the middle, just below my camera. Arti Raghava. Let's go ahead and put Arti on the spotlight and unmute yourself, Arti. And all of us, let's just give Arti a wave and say good evening, Arti. Okay, so bottom left, it says unmute. Go ahead and press that, please. And I just want to be clear here. Many of you are familiar with me. You know how this works. I'm going to do some coaching. When I'm doing the coaching, sometimes it may be comfortable, sometimes it may be uncomfortable. Are we okay with getting a little bit more uncomfortable here? Yes? Okay, good. I'm gonna push you like a warrior does.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. If you can hear me, do this.
Alrighty. So first of all, Arti, what's your tell us what was your defining experience? What was your warrior name? Did you have a warrior name?
So you can see my name on the screen, and my warrior name is Griffin. It's a face of an eagle and a body of a lion, so conquering the land and the sky.
Griffin, okay, an eagle and a lion. So tell us, what was your most defining experience, and what have you done with it since then?
Yes. So it was literally the last 5 minutes of the workshop. When Suresh was doing the closing remarks, he said sometimes the most profound lessons can come from the chair exercise, and that's when it came to me that my chair experience was a bit different probably than each one of you. So in the beginning, for the first few times, I was trying to contribute, taking the chairs, stacking, trying to plan. I even took the mic from Robert and tried to create organization out of the chaos that we were all experiencing. And then I think by the 5th or the 6th time, I was just picking up my bag and going towards the location of my tribe. I absolutely did nothing in the chair exercise because I felt there was too many of us trying to do too many things. And I thought the best way I can contribute is not really do it. So I think that's the learning that came in that last 5 minutes when the closing remarks was happening. And since then, I have been asking myself.
And wait, hang on.
Yeah,
so
sure.
if you were to sum up therefore that learning that you got in that closing 5 minutes, if you were to sum it up in one statement or one sentence, what would the learning be?
Sometimes the best course of action is inaction.
Okay. So sometimes the best course of action is inaction. And what have you done with that since? Where have you chosen inaction over action?
I have been struggling with inaction for the last 2 years, if I may say so.
What does that mean, you've been struggling with inaction?
So I did an industry shift, and somehow I wasn't happy with the outcome that I got out of that decision. So I was trying to do too much to prove to myself or to feel that, I've taken the right decision. So I've been struggling with to pause and do nothing because I was feeling guilty of not doing enough. I think that's where that lesson is, that sometimes, and I've been, again, feeling a little impatient of the results that I want to see in my life. So I think that moment got me asking since then, is it really required for me to do this right now? Or can
So let me ask you again. So therefore, in that, what do you mean when you say you've been struggling with inaction in the last 2 years? Are you doing too much? Are you not doing enough? What is the struggle?
So when I do too much, I feel I'm doing too much and I should rest. When I rest, then I feel, oh my God, I'm not doing enough. So I'm trying to find that balance in last 2 years.
Okay. What is the balance that you're seeking?
Where at the end of each day, I feel, okay, I've done my best today. I don't think I could have done more.
Yeah. So let me ask you, when you were moving chairs, and you said in the beginning, you try to organize people. You even took the mic from Robert, yes?
Yes.
And based on what happened there, what was your experience taking the mic, trying to organize people
it was a futile effort, to be honest. I realized
what?
it. And futile effort.
It was futile. Okay, great,
Yes.
good. And then later on, you said in the second half, you did absolutely nothing, right? So I'll just pick up the chair and then go join my tribe. And what was the experience there like?
I don't know, I just saw everything fell into place. I was just standing and enjoying the show. That everybody is running around. They are doing everything. And I was just sitting there and things still happened without me even really lifting my finger. So, I don't know. Maybe that's the lesson that universe was trying to teach me. That stop doing so much. If you can't change things, maybe change your perspective.
And so what might that look like if you were to take that very lesson into your life, Arti?
To be okay sometimes of not doing too much, because if you do too much also, we have limited energy, and maybe sometimes the results that we seek doesn't come for action, it comes from trust, a place of trust.
Can I offer a possible distinction here for you?
Please.
And the reason why I'm feeling to offer a possible distinction is in some way what you're saying to me, I'm struggling to make sense of it. I'm struggling because there seems to be some kind of contradiction there. Is it just me, or does anyone else kind of like feel the same way, that you might be struggling to make sense of what she's saying? Okay. All right, good. Okay. So I'm not the only one here. I might offer a distinction for you in the sense that it's not about whether you're doing or not doing. Where the struggle could possibly lay is in you trying to do so much. In other words, it's in the trying, and also, as you indicated, in the proving. I.e., I could be doing something, but the question is, how am I doing it? Or rather, in this case here, whatever you might be doing, the question is how you might be doing it. As you said it earlier on, it felt effortful to you, which is to say you are doing it, but you could be doing it with a certain effortlessness, a certain easefulness, or a certain flow, versus doing the exact same thing, but it being effortful, like trying so hard. And part of why it might be effortful for you, as you indicated, is this sense of proving. I.e., my suggestion here in this distinction is not so much that you do less, but you try to do less. My suggestion isn't that you do less, but perhaps you do not for the sake of proving, but do in order to get a result. Is this making sense? Everybody, give me a thumbs up if this is making sense here. How does that sound to you, Arti?
It sounds meaningful. It sounds something that I can relate to in this moment. Probably that's where my frustration comes from. That the result that I'm not seeing, or the pace of the result that I'm not seeing, is because I feel that I'm doing too much, and I feel it's a wasted effort. So there's the contradiction that you mentioned is there. I recognize I should choose to do less and do it more purposefully rather than just doing for the sake of doing.
Right. So therefore, if we were to strip everything that we've just shared into this final, as you say, you got your biggest insight and learning in the final 5 minutes. Perhaps now we are getting our biggest insight and distinction in this final 5 seconds, which is to say, when you do, come from a place of purpose rather than of proving. And when you come from a place of purpose rather than a place of proving, the experience becomes different. So in other words, it's not so much what you do, but how or what's driving you to do that. Does this make sense, everybody? Yeah. We just came back from Arunachal Pradesh. Those of you might be interested in the Summit of Champions. We're going in next year. And to qualify for that is a program called the Champions Experience. And as we were trekking up and down the mountains in Arunachal Pradesh, someone asked me and said, how do you manage, how come you move differently from the way they move? And my answer was very simple. We're all doing the same thing. We're all climbing the same mountain. We're all walking the same path. But most people walk in a heavy manner. Like the whole walking and trekking just seems heavy, laborious. Their bodies feel heavy. Their legs feel heavy. Their packs feel heavy. I say when I'm trekking, I just think light. Like a mountain goat. That my body feels light. My legs feel light. My pack feels light. And so when I come from that place of lightness, my experience is that my trekking is light. But when you come from a place of heaviness, then your trekking feels heavy, even though we are doing the exact same trekking. And so in the same way here, Arti, you could be doing the exact same things. But when you come from a place of proving, it's going to feel heavy versus coming from a place of purpose. Then you're going to feel light doing it. So in other words, the coaching question for all of you here is this. Where am I coming from?
Yeah, you're so right. I mean, it was as if you're defining the feeling that I'm feeling. So
Simply stop, check, ask yourself the question. Where am I coming from? Process the experience. Make sense? Okay. Is this helpful for you?
thank you.
Right. Excellent. Super. Everyone, let's give Arti a high five and say you're a warrior. Let's take another share. And I will go to, let me see. Let me go to Milan, the night owl. He's waving and smiling effortlessly. Everyone wave and say, good evening, Milan. Night owl.
Good evening.
Right. Good.
Hi. So my name is Milan and my warrior name is the Night Owl. So the defining experience for me was the board exercise. So I realized one thing. I'm a logical person. I think very logically. And it reflected a lot of things in my life. And in the board exercise, I got eliminated, or I was not part of the board. Right, I was not
right for the exercise. Right, you were not chosen.
Yes, and because I was thinking a lot from my brain. I was thinking I was giving logical reasonings. I was giving why and in this process I realized that we are all emotional beings. How much ever logical I be or I present, it does not matter if I don't connect emotionally, right? And it made a huge difference in my life. And how I changed it is because what I do also, it reflected in my way of dealing with people as well. I was a very logical person. Now I am changing. I am connecting with people emotionally. I am making that difference. In fact, one thing which a lot of people told me before, and which did not come up even once when I was in the warrior program, was that I am a very calm and quiet person, and it never come up even once during the warrior program. So somehow I feel that when I am with the tribe or the kind of people that like me, I change. I become a completely different person. And what is the change that I want to do in my life? I really want to connect with people emotionally. I do not want to close myself, because before the experience, I used to close myself. I used to not be vulnerable. I used to hide my story, hide my journey. I used to be the strong, only present the strong front. But I've changed that. I have decided to be more vulnerable. I'm making that change, and it is showing up. It's showing in my life.
Right, wonderful. Well, I want to acknowledge and honor you for your desire to connect emotionally with people.
Thanks.
But yes, we are all emotional beings. And a big part of that is such that when you're communicating, people feel like they're communicating with Milan, not Siri or some kind of a chatbot or
Yes.
some kind of AI, chat GPT. And why is that important? I'm going to give all of you 3 levels of distinction. What is it that you do for a living, by the way, Milan?
I work in a corporate, but I'm also working on helping coaching on financial wealth creation.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Wonderful. So as a coach, you got to sell. And you want people to buy. In the lifeboat, all of you were selling.
Yes.
All of you were selling yourself. And the outcome you wanted was for people to buy, to vote you onto the lifeboat. Raise your hands if you were voted onto the lifeboat. Okay, good. Thank you. Quite a few of you. Excellent. Raise your hands if you are not. Okay, great. Excellent. Interesting. There was something like, was that 250, 260 people in Warrior, and we've got kind of 194 in the room right now. Looks like those who were voted, the majority of those who were voted onto the lifeboat are here. Those who were not voted in lifeboat don't seem to be here. Only a few represented here. Let me offer you a distinction. Here. When you come from logic, when you come from intelligence, when you come from reasoning, people will get it. That's level 1 of a distinction. Get it. Everyone can write that down. People are going to get it. Yeah, you've got credibility. Yeah, you're of this age. Yeah, whatever reasoning information that you provide them, that you deserve to be voted onto the lifeboat. They'll get it. However, getting it is very different from the next level, which is what happens when you show up in a way that is your true self, a way that is congruent in terms of what you say and how you show up is in line. When you show up that way that is congruent and your mind and body and spirit are aligned in your true self, what happens is people will get you. They will get you. Very different from getting it. So right now, from a coaching perspective, Milan, when people get it, they are buying your program.
Right.
When people get you, they're buying you. The next level of distinction where you really want to go in terms of, and you all know that I was saying that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your, everyone say relationships.
Leadership.
Right, relationship. So for you to want to improve and deepen your relationships, that is to say, when people come into your space, whether friends or a social circle or your community or clients or customers, they come to your space because when they're with you, and this is the highest level, and it's really hard to do. But when you get there, magic happens, or it feels like magic is happening. Now, at this third level, people are not getting it. People are not getting you, but they're getting them. In other words, being with you, they feel good about themselves. Being with you, they believe in themselves. Being with you, they experience their own true power. They get them. Here now lies your challenge and your invitation for the next year, Milan. To get yourself in a relationship that takes them from getting it to getting you and then getting them. You up for it?
Absolutely, sir. I guess.
Yeah. How many of you are game for that challenge, that invitation? Yeah. Good. Get there and you watch your relationships change.
Absolutely.
Because when people are in your company, you bring out the best in them.
Right.
Got that? Okay. Good. Was it valuable for you?
Yes, absolutely. Amazing.
Great. Excellent. Well,
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah. Everyone, let's give Milan a high five and say, be amazing. Okay, let me take another shot. Now, let's, down the middle of my screen, Uma, Rani. Uma.
I mean,
Oh, really? It's your first time interacting with me.
talking to you first time. I've seen you many times in MMI and PTT, so many sessions. But
Okay.
I've done your Way of Champion also twice.
And this is the first time we're interacting. Is it to your expectations? Is it fine for you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
I'm very happy.
Okay, great, wonderful. Okay, great. The first 10 seconds got you very happy. Wonderful. All right, keep going. What would you like to share, please, Uma?
Yeah. So it was a wonderful experience for me, the EWP. So many learnings, like many perspective changed for me towards my life, towards my goal, the success which I want to achieve in my life.
Great. So share with us one defining experience.
Okay. So
I know we get a lot oftentimes. You're like, oh, there was so much that happened and so much that, but if there was one defining experience, 10 days, 10 years from now on, you look back and go, you know what? For me, EWP came down to this one thing. What was that one thing for you?
yeah, so the exercise when we broke this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in that part, I was very nervous and
What did you break, by the way, Uma?
yeah. So I broke my fear. I broke my fear of judgment and the self-doubt about my big dream.
Okay, great. Good. Good.
So
By the way, we have 197 people here in this room, which means there are 196 people who are right this moment judging you.
yeah, but I'm fine with this now.
Okay, great, wonderful, wonderful.
So at that time, I felt like very nervous and I didn't believe at all that I could break this one because it's the thickness and everything. And then so many things came up in my mind that what if my palm breaks or bone breaks? What if I cannot break that, then what if people around me, how they will judge me, or so many things. But
Wow.
finally,
How many of you could totally relate to all that noise that was going on? The board, is the board real? Oh my gosh, it's really real. Oh my gosh, it's so thick. I wonder what kind of wood this is. You know, I wonder if anyone's gotten hurt from it. But I'm so small. I'm so frail. What if, am I doing it right? What if I do it wrong? What if my wrist break? I've got to go back. And then I can't carry my luggage. And then how am I going to pick up the pen? Oh my God. What if? Okay. How many of you had that same voice? It was like the AV production crew playing something like that in your head. Okay, good. And then what happened for you?
and then I went for it and then I did it. With that experience of fear and something kind of thing, I did it finally and I broke it. In one attempt, I broke it. And then finally, I got to know that it is all in my head. It is not in the outside, it is inside in my head that I'm feeling this fear of everything.
Really? So where in your life right now are you having all that noise in your head?
No more. I mean, whenever fear is coming, like the next moment when we went for the bar rod breaking exercise, right? After that, we went for the bar rod breaking. And believe me, I did not think any of this fear. I did not get any of this fear. Even if fear were coming, I was telling just go off. Like, I don't want to think anything. I mean, I just want to go for it, and I know I will make it. I know I will break it and bend it.
Okay.
So in that confident, I went, and then the bar bending also in one attempt, I did it.
Good. Beautiful. So, you know, the board and the bar, they are merely metaphors.
Sorry?
The board and the bar, they are metaphors
Yes.
for the things in our life that seems insurmountable, for the things in our life that seems so challenging, for the things in our life that seems like just this massive big obstacle in our way.
So, Thaddeus, I want to share just one thing that always in my life, even though I achieved a lot of things since my childhood, I'm an athlete, national champion in 100, 200, and 400 meter running, several times state champion. But the fear, whenever it comes, I feel some kind of I feel some kind of stuck.
Okay, so tell me, so don't tell me about your past, tell me about your future. What is coming up potentially in your life that could bring with it these sort of similar obstacles and the what ifs and the fears?
Yeah, now I want to be more successful in terms of finance. Like I want that financial freedom in my life. So some kind of fear is there. Fear was there. That
What is the fear about?
Yeah, fear of judgment and a kind of.
So what? Tell me, where does judgment factor in when you want to become financially free?
Sorry, I'm not getting you.
So you say you want to become financially free in the area of money, and yet you're afraid of judgment. Where does judgment come in becoming financially free?
Judgment is my closed person who are there with me. What if I'm not achieving my goals? What if I'm not getting financially free? How they will judge me? I mean, whether I get that respect, whether I get that space.
So let me put you out of your misery right now, Uma. Okay. So you're saying that you want to become financially free, and you have a fear of how people might judge you if you're not financially free, correct? Okay. So let me ask you, are you financially free right now?
Financially free, no, but I'm financially independent now.
Okay, whatever. Okay. So are you where you want to be financially? What's the difference between financially free and financially independent?
I mean the numbers which
Okay.
I
So I'm going to keep to financially free because you use the word financially free first. Okay. So you say you want to become financially free, but the thing that's in your way is how might people judge you if you were not financially free? Did I say it the way you said it?
yeah, and one more is doubt.
No.
Personal doubt.
Let me remove some doubts for you right now. Okay? This is very simple. Right now, you're trying to complicate stuff. Okay? The same way you try to complicate breaking the board. Okay? There was a lot of noise. Right now, there's a lot of noise. Okay? And my specialty is helping people cut through the noise. So I'm going to help you cut through the noise. I'm going to say one last time. Tell me if it's correct in terms of you said it. You want to become financially free. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Second thing is you have a fear of how people might judge you if you were not financially free. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And third of all, you're currently not financially free. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So how many of you are seeing what I'm seeing here? What fear is? Fear is an anticipation of a pain that is going to be coming in the future. That's what fear is. I'm anticipating a pain. However, if you're already in pain, there's no longer any anticipation. I'm in pain. In other words, if I say, I'm afraid to cross the road because I might get knocked down by a car, it's a valid fear. However, if I got knocked down by a car already, there's no longer any fear. True? I'm not laying there in the middle of the road being knocked down by a car, being afraid that I'll be knocked down by a car because it's already happened. So in other words, you're sitting here wanting to become financially free. And this is the loop that you put yourself in, Uma. You say, I want to become financially free. But the thing that's stopping me is what other people might be thinking about me and how they might be judging me if I'm not financially free. In other words, you're already being judged because you're not financially free. So in other words, you're wasting your time being afraid of what's already happening. How many of you understand what I'm talking about here? Thank you. Do you understand what I'm talking about here, Uma?
Yes.
You've just pushed yourself into a loop that you cannot get out of. If something is already happening, you can't fear it. So tell me what needs to happen with regards to you in your path or in your road towards financial freedom.
As I told you, the numbers, like the numbers which I want, maybe some kind of blocks.
So what do you need to do?
That doubt, self-doubt, that the numbers are so high, and what if, I mean, my dreams are so high. What if I'm not?
So what's the lesson you took away from breaking the board and the bar that you can apply here?
Yeah, so just go for it. Take the first step, and just go for it. Don't think about the consequences. I mean,
Good.
the pain or.
Good. So what's the first step for you?
For me, the first step is like whatever thing I'm doing right now. So just without thinking of anything, of the consequences and all, just do it.
Yeah. What is the it?
Making videos. I'm an art therapist. I'm professionally a professional artist.
Okay.
An art therapist. So
Okay.
I just want to make videos, courses regarding my art, and that is what's stopping me. Like how people will judge me or some kind of thing.
Do you notice that you are in this repetitive loop?
Yes.
If I'm an artist, I want people to judge me, actually. I want them to judge me on the strength and the quality of my art. I want to be judged. Because when people judge me, they'll see what's so good about my art, what's so excellent about my art. And based on the quality of judgment, they're going to buy my art. If you do not want to be judged on your art, then don't do art.
I know I want to share that I'm not afraid about my art. I'm afraid of coming in front of the camera and teaching them or expressing anything. Coming in front of the camera, making videos and all. And
Same thing.
about that.
Same thing, Uma. Same thing. Same thing. Every single time you talk about taking a step forward, you tell me about an obstacle that's in your way. Every single time when you give yourself a motivational slogan, just do it, you come out immediately and tell me about one of your fears. Every single day you have another board, you have another bar that's staring you in the face. What are you going to do about it? So you're going to shoot videos about your art, correct?
Sorry?
You're going to shoot some videos, yes?
Yes, yes.
Good. How long are these videos?
Like 15-20 minutes each videos.
15-20 minutes. Okay, here's what we're going to do, Uma. Your review for EWP is complete. Yeah, I want you to log off right now and film a 20-minute video. Do you have a tribe here? Do you have a warrior tribe?
Warrior tribe.
Do you have a tribe? Do you have people who support you, who love you, who want you to win? Do you have any friends here? Do you have a tribe, Uma?
Yes, yes.
Good. Who's in your tribe?
My tribe name is Warrior tribe name is Armageddon, and
Okay. Do you know any of those people in your tribe?
yeah.
Good. Give me 3 names.
Bhavya and I think Bhavya.
Bhavya and
Uh,
Uma. Look at the chat. There's dozens of people saying you have me. Read 3 names in the chat.
okay.
I'm trying to shout through to you because there's so much noise in your head.
Sumit, Kamal, Bhavya.
Good. You guys willing to support her? Okay, great. I want you to end this call right now. You're wonderfully set up for video right now. Go film a 15-20 minute video and then you can re-log in. If we are still here, you can continue. Otherwise, don't come back.
Okay.
Okay? There's no point getting intellectual, conceptual learnings and writing down slogans and motivational quotes. There's no point. If you aren't going to be in movement into your life. Everybody understand? Yes? Okay? That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to give you sound bites. And to go, wee, we had a great time. I learned this thing. It sounds so cool. I can put it on my Instagram. I don't care about that. If nothing changes in your life, we're wasting our time here. Everybody following me? Yes? Okay. Is it okay if I can go a little bit warrior on you guys here? Okay. Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm doing with you right now, Uma. Okay. Chances are we'll still be here in about 15 minutes. But in 15 minutes time, you would have at least shot 1 video of you and your art. You willing to do this?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, good. So leave right now. And if you come back, raise your hand again or put in a chat. And then maybe we might hear from you again to see whether you've actually completed a video or not. All right?
Sure.
Okay, good. Awesome. Everyone give her a high five and say, oh! Okay. Now, who else wants to share next? All right, feel free to put your hand down after all that. You're like, holy crap. I forgot about Thaddeus. I haven't seen him in a few months or a few days. Some of you haven't seen me in a few hours. I saw you today. People are like, I don't know about this one. Okay, who should we hear from next? Let's hear from Mansi. Mansi, I haven't seen you in a few months. Let's just put Mansi on. Everyone give Mansi a wave and say hello, Mansi. Okay, Phoenix.
If you all can hear me, just pass me some love. Just send me some love.
Love. It might be tough love, though. You're speaking to me.
Yes, I'm so glad and grateful for everything, Alice. Thank you so much. And thank you for choosing me to be here right now.
Good. Well, you chose to be here.
Yes.
Good. So, what would you like to share with us?
After this program, I think I fell in love with myself a little more.
Ooh,
So,
can you say that again, please?
I fell in love with myself a little more.
Oh, I love that. Yes. What happened?
Throughout the process, this was the very first program. I think I didn't have any emotions, which were tied and, which had not come out for a very long time. And thanks to you for that. And I continued with the learnings that I've had from you over the last year. And I was very happy. I was very proud of myself that I wasn't in that state that I was a couple of months ago. And yeah, it was amazing. And my biggest takeaway was that there is no risk in action. That was this one statement that I carried forward, and it's just self-approval. That is all that I need. And I carried forward, I love you, I respect you, and I don't give a fuck about what you think about me. And I think I've been a very I've been back to being a very happy person. So yeah.
Right. Good. Good. So from this place, where do we take this self-loving Mansi into?
So I've been blocking some time for myself every day, every morning. 20 minutes are my own. I don't care. I wake up early. I give myself that time during the day. Every couple of hours, I give myself a couple of minutes to pause. No matter what I'm doing, I have set my alarms and I don't care, and I take a pause.
Right.
So that's something that's really helped me. And I was happy. Like, people were concerned, 20 minutes meditation, how will do? I was enjoying it. I just enjoyed it. And so for me, meditation in the morning is I look at the sky. So I like the sun rising at that hour, and I just enjoy it. And in the hotel, of course, you can't see it, but when I opened, I enjoyed what I was seeing. So I was in that moment, and I was loving that about myself, that I could be in that moment. And yeah, that was amazing. I connected with everyone I knew from the past, and made some new connections. It was amazing. And when I came back, I mean, not just when I came back, that very day when the program ended, I closed on one client because I wanted to do that. I chose to do that. I did. After coming back, I sent a couple of proposals. I closed on 2 more clients in those festivities as well. And I was very happy. I showed up and I chose to do so. And I'm happy about it.
Right. Wonderful. Congratulations. I remember clients was a big deal for you. Where we were working together in the way of the champion.
Sorry to cut you. You told me one thing, Thalias, that I have here on my board right in front of me. Any rejection is a redirection.
Right.
They just don't need it right now. And I kept it right in front of me.
Right.
And that helps me.
Great. Lovely.
I don't take it to heart now.
Yeah. Wonderful. And so what happens now, coming from that way of being, right? A person who is being in love with their own self.
Yes.
And so in your meditation, you say, I enjoy it.
Yes.
I suspect not only are you enjoying the meditation, but you're enjoying yourself.
Yes, I am. And
company.
Yeah, I came back and, I was very excited in telling this statement to my husband again and again. And he told me that, I'm seeing you like this after a very long time. I'm very happy. So that was another thing. So there was, with festivities, you have relatives, you have friends, and, they have their own thing. You don't meet, you don't this, that. Right. And very calmly and, in a very nice way, I gave them the message that I need time for myself and it's okay. And I was fine. Not that somebody got it. Someone didn't get it. It's fine.
Good job. Good job. And it tells on your face. And how's your mother, by the way?
She's better. Next month, hopefully she'll be able to walk without the support.
Wonderful. And how are her medical expenses coming along?
Better than before.
Better than before.
Oh, yes. When you have the intention, it works. That's why I said, the first thing that I said is, I want to express my gratitude to you again and again and again. Because that was the toughest phase of my life, I guess. And thanks to you, I sailed through.
Yeah. Well, excellent.
One step at a time, the boat kept rowing.
Yeah.
And I can't be grateful enough.
Yeah. Well, your gratitude is being experienced through your experience. Yes. And incidentally, I had shared your story today. We are in the 3rd weekend intensive of We Are the Champion, like another round. And I shared your story today. And I just got reminded that I shared your story today with your mom's medical expense. Those of you who were here this morning, this month I was talking about. Okay, so wonderful. So you're sailing through it. It's inspired other people as well, without you knowing.
Thank you, and thanks to you, Thalias, and for the others. Just have trust in your teacher, in your courses. Just surrender. Because the time that I had a little bit of doubt in myself that, I have to restart, and how will I got some tough love. That works.
I wonder who gave you that tough love. Excellent. Well, that tough love has led to you to wholly love yourself. And that's wonderful to hear, and it's wonderful to hear from you and to see you again.
Sure.
That's absolutely beautiful. Everyone, let's send Mansi some love.
Thank you. And thank you again, Thalias, for everything.
You're welcome. And no doubt we'll see you again very, very soon. Okay, good. Let's take a couple more. Who's next? Who's next? Okay. I'm saying, gosh, it's so hard. It's so hard. Do I really have to choose? We all have choices in life. Oh my gosh. Well, John the Soaring Eagle is right down in the middle of my screen. So let's go with John. Okay, everyone, let's give John a wave and say hello, John.
Thanks, Adius. Hello, everybody. Give me a wave if y'all can hear me.
Good. Excellent. By the way, as we hear from John, how many of you are also getting some lessons from the previous people who have shared? Right. Thank you. How many of you can resonate with what they are going through? Right. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful. So tell us, John, what is it you'd like to share with us?
Okay, so the first day, then the first ever discussion that we had, the thoughts that are running in my mind, I basically came there and said, I don't believe in all of these mind stuffs. I don't know if I'm going to be wasting the next 3 days. Was the words that actually came in my mind. And in my group, I had Mamta and Bhavya. So the discussion got over and we came and sat down. Mamta was on this side and Bhavya was on this side. And they said, John, just let go for it.
You got exactly what you needed.
Yeah, you needed, yeah. And second day, I had 2 breakthroughs exactly. I have the first breakthrough, tears in my eyes. I come back and sit right next to Mamta. I'm looking at her, she's looking at me. We didn't speak anything, I was just like sitting there. My second breakthrough was with Bhavya. I told her, guys, this is magic. Breakthroughs were, one, it was about forgiving myself or de-choosing to do some things that I've been doing till now. Second was somebody that I wanted to forgive for at least 2 years now and I could not forgive them, and because of that I was going through a lot of things. I did that exercise, Master Bala's exercise. I forgive you exercise, and I came back and I was able to lock eyes with this person, smile, wholesome, not regard all the things that they are still don't know. Like all the things they're still doing is not affecting me at all. That forgiveness has just like very magical. Very, very magical.
How are you feeling right now, this moment?
So after this warrior program talk,
how are you feeling right now, this moment?
Right now, I'm thinking of, because my reaction itself is different towards.
How are you feeling right now in this moment? Know what you're thinking.
I'm feeling like I don't know, like from above whatever I am or I was. Feeling very clear in my head.
Okay, great. How are you feeling in your body right now?
My body is slightly vibrating.
Okay, good, wonderful. Where are you vibrating more?
Because I think that's the happiness from within.
Where are you vibrating more?
Oh, where? Yeah. Can I share something with you?
Yeah, can you share with us where you're vibrating more?
Yeah. Because before...
Why? No, because where are you vibrating more?
This place.
Oh yeah, this place.
Yeah,
this place, okay.
I want to tell you why.
Right.
My panic attack used to start from here. I've not had any in the recent days. Now when I'm happy, it's starting from here.
We sound like we're having an alien conversation here.
Yeah, I will feel that feeling here, and I used to go through one full round of panic attack, and now it's so happy. It's just like starts from here and goes all over my body, and
it starts from here. Because here is where you started off in your mother. Your mother's here was where John first started vibrating. Right? Here is where your Mamtas and your Bhavyas and all the beautiful women here. Here is where the seed of creation begins. And as you put it, here, and it's going, ooh, ooh. Because now something else can take root here, something else can form here for you. And the something else is called possibility. Possibility. What's possible for you in your life from this place?
I think I actually wanted to talk about something else, but I'm talking about this. The possibilities from here, I think nothing can stop me.
Yeah. In where? In what? Where? How?
In what?
Huh?
We want to, no, I still don't want to put it out. Nothing can stop me, especially emotions of people, me reacting to things that people do to me.
Yeah.
I think I just like put them aside and I'm slightly floating over all of this and going forward.
Right. Okay. So it sounds
Obstacles.
like it sounds like we're looking in a domain of relationships here for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. There's some people out there who are trying to stop you or to distract you or to get you down.
Or maybe I took that as an obstacle. They wanted to do something and I,
Right.
don't know
Maybe.
if they wanted to.
Right. But it was your perception or your perspective.
Yeah.
So-
That's how I see it now.
That's how you see it. Your experience of the world changes the moment you change how you see it. You guys can write that down.
Yeah.
Okay, your experience of the world changes the moment you change how you see it. In other words, there's no such thing as good or bad, but it's thinking and seeing that makes it so. Right. So a world of possibility now opens up for you.
Yeah.
Place to be at, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Right. You think you could ride it for a little while more?
Yeah. So my mornings have become very.
Would you like to continue feeling this way?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes. Yeah. How many of you are getting a sense of kind of excitement in John? Yeah. Yeah. How many of you are getting a sense of enthusiasm in John? Yeah. Good. Thank you. How many of you are getting a sense of a childlike wonder in John? Yeah. Beautiful place to be in. And as I say, children are the first people to enter into the kingdom of God. And so your childlike wonder, your childlike excitement, the purity and the earnestness in that is so wonderful to see, wonderful to experience right now, John. So I want to thank you for sharing this with us and sharing you with us.
Thank you.
Okay? Right.
Can I share one more thing that has happened?
We are good for here. I want you to experience this. Right? Notice there's a, how do you feel? Let me share with you how I think. What do you feel it? Well, let me share with you why. Just be here. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, everyone send in some love. Good. Thank you. So here's what I want you all to do right now. In a moment, we're going to send you a breakout rooms. It'll be a shorter breakout this time round. It'll be 4 minutes this time around in this breakout. And I want you to look at the path ahead for you. As you come out of warrior and then you take on the world. You take on your world, the goals you want to create, the performance you want to create, the results you want to create in your life. What do you foresee as some potential challenges or obstacles that might show up? Okay, and at this point here, I want to warn you not to become a Pollyanna. You will recall in our time together in Way of the Champion, a Pollyanna was a character in a book, and it was a character of a girl who suffered from excessive and extreme optimism. So much so that her name of this character in the book has been used as an adjective to describe somebody of such, a Pollyanna. So don't become a Pollyanna, but neither be in a grip of fear, but to objectively look at what potentially might come up for you as an obstacle and as a challenge going forward from this place. Okay, because there will be. And we need to build your own personal resources, your own personal skillfulness to overcome those challenges and obstacles. Okay, so let's take 3 minutes in this breakout, team. We'll take 3 minutes in this breakout. What do you foresee as some possible obstacles and challenges? Then we'll take just a couple of sharings from then on, and then let's look at the next steps forward for you all. Okay, are you all ready? Good. Ready and go.
Which is obstructing us. But the thing is, many obstacles comes in our path. We need not to be everything goes well in our life. We will not be well prepared to adversity, right? So, what possible difficulties you might be facing in your path? We should be well prepared, right, with all the obstacles. Am I audible or not? Am I audible? I'm not able to hear anyone. Am I audible?
It was stuck in between, so we were not able to listen your voice properly.
Okay.
No problem. It's
Okay. Now I'm audible.
Yes. Now you are audible.
Yeah, when we walk out of that EWP room, we feel that everything is possible. It's only us, our self-doubts, which is stopping us. But this is not the fact. We have to be well prepared with obstacles or adversities very well. We need not to be so much optimistic that everything goes well. When we are so optimistic, we will not be ready with the tools which we require to face those situations. So, Thaddeus asked us to discuss like what are the potential challenges you might be facing in your path when you have chosen a path or a purpose. What are the potential obstacles you might be facing? So, if you are ready, you please share, or else if someone wants to,
I'm also not ready.
please start. And just okay.
Thinking. What about other people?
Okay.
Pandva.
Okay. Let me try to put some words. I'll start because we are short on time, right? See, my purpose, my commitment was by 2030, I'll be financially free. Is anyone listening? Yeah. By 2030, I want to be financially free. This is my commitment.
What was the quality of the interaction in your breakout room just now? Okay, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this. Okay, all right, okay. Couple of people are just... Alrighty, good. Let's take a couple of quick shares here. What are some potential obstacles or some challenges that you might think that you think you might face in the journey to come. Okay, let's hear again. Today I'm just going straight down the middle of my screen. Ravi Shinde, right? Ravi. Okay, everyone, let's just give Ravi a wave as we put him on spotlight and say hi, Ravi.
Hey, hi Thaddeus, hi everyone.
Okay, terrific. So tell us, what are some of the potential kind of obstacles and challenges you might face going forward?
My biggest fear was the validation of the others for the task that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a while that it's been few months I'm working on it. And thanks for Success Gang giving me that opportunity when I can boost it further. So my biggest obstacle in my future that I was seeking is because I have to work with the ecosystem and I have to have multiple people aligned with my thought process to take some projects ahead.
Right.
So it's been like few years that one sense wherein I'm very aggressive guy, but because of this style of working, that aggressive style has gone down. And the others' approval or their pleasingness, that was something the more percent of in my work.
Okay.
So that way I'm working on it, that how I can reduce that particular parameter to the extent where it is the minimal or to the optimal. And I'll keep continuing my aggressive or the ambitious style or the passionate working, and people will get aligned to it. So putting myself in a position wherein I know what I'm doing, I'm confident about it, and how people will align themselves rather than me asking them to align it with me.
Got it.
Where I am expecting that people might try to revolt, they might try to pull me back, but it's up to them. If my work speaking for the good what I'm trying to do, so they will align it.
Good, sweet. Okay, so I'm hearing two things here. Number one is for yourself, kind of personally, that validation, the aggressiveness, and fine tuning those inwardly, personally for yourself. And then the other is that ecosystem, that team, and really getting the right people who are aligned with you in terms of your mission, aligned with you in terms of your values, and then really building the ecosystem to drive this work forward. Am I correct in that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Good, sweet. Okay, so that's one personal and then one relational that way. Sweet, thank you very much. Everyone, let's give Ravi a high five and say, you got this. Let me hear from, again, down the person who's replaced Ravi in the middle of the screen, Danya Sugadan. Okay, Danya. Everyone, let's us, as we put Danya on the spotlight, wave and say, hi, Danya.
Hi.
Hey.
Yes.
So, what could potentially stall you or stop you?
Myself, my patterns.
Okay, great. Let's be a bit more precise. What is it about you or what pattern that you feel that might return or rear its head again?
So recently, one pattern I recognized in myself is I'm playing, but I'm not playing to win.
Okay.
So being there, putting myself there 100%, and not trying to do it, not doing it for another person, but for myself, finding my true purpose has been what I've been working on.
Yeah. Are those two related, playing to win and purpose?
I think it is related in the way that I need to believe in it, to totally believe in it to win.
Right. Okay. Good. Okay. So in other words, a potential thing, a tripping point for you could be that lack of clarity or certainty about what your purpose is. And without that, you're going to end up just playing, right? Because there are four ways in which we play in life. There are four ways in which we play in life. One way is not playing. Right? Some people don't even turn up for the game of life. That's not playing. And then the second way of playing is where you're just playing.
Yeah.
The third way of playing is playing not to lose. And then the fourth way of playing is playing to win. So you say you're currently not playing. So which of the other three are you at? Are you not playing, just playing, or playing not to lose right now, Danya?
I'm just playing.
Yeah, just playing. Okay. So the second level.
Yes.
Right now, you guys know that I'm very fond of using analogies and metaphors and examples, especially from the world of sports. Why? Because sports, especially sports at the highest level of sporting excellence, they teach us many lessons. And some of you know I've shared this example here of a driver, a Thai British driver by the name of Alexander Albon, and drives for a team in Formula One, the highest level of motor racing, motorsports. 10 teams, 20 drivers, 2 drivers per team. And Alex Albon drives for a team called Williams. They're not doing very well at the moment. They're one of the most, historically most decorated teams, Williams. Rich heritage, rich history, lots of world championships. But in the last decade or so, they've been struggling. And Alex Albon 2 years ago, in fact, now still driving for Williams. But this incident happened 2 years ago where he was driving for Williams. And in one particular race, he couldn't make the race for the weekend because he had an attack of appendicitis. So they rushed him to a hospital for what should be a normal routine appendicitis removal surgery. Except the surgery went wrong and his lungs filled up with blood. And he was 90 seconds away from heart failure. And they just about revived him and kept him alive. And he came out of hospital. He said the next week he worked with his physio. He says, we couldn't do much. I was just walking and moving because I kept coughing up blood. 3 weeks after this near-death experience, he was back behind the wheel of a car in Formula One. And of all races, the Singapore Grand Prix. The Singapore Grand Prix is the most grueling Grand Prix on the entire calendar. Why? Because it comes dangerously close to 2-hour limit. For safety, health and safety purposes, the Formula One Association states that no race can last more than 2 hours. Because what happens in Formula One, the drivers are being put through a gravitational force, a G-force that is similar to that a fighter pilot goes through. And they're going through this non-stop every few seconds. Every time they accelerate it and brake, they accelerate and brake, they go through a corner, they go through a turn, they go through an overtake, they stop for a pit stop. And so Alex Albon, 3 weeks after a harrowing operation where most people would have told him, don't play anymore. Okay, I think you need to quit motor racing. You just died. Having a lungs filled out with blood. Most people would have said, don't play. Or maybe other people would have said, well, just go back behind the wheel, but give 6 months rest. Maybe go back next season. You can still just play. Or others might have told him, go behind the car, but don't push it too much, okay? Just pay attention to yourself. But not Alex Albon. 3 weeks later, he found himself in the most grueling Grand Prix. And he said this, he said, why? He said, while he was in hospital, because he couldn't race that weekend, somebody else got into his car and raced and scored points in his car. And he said this, he said, I was pissed. He said, someone was driving my car. And they were winning points in my car. He said, I was watching that, I got angry. I got angry that someone was driving my car. I got angry with myself. And that anger brought him back into a car. And now this season, he's helping Williams score points. And they're having their best season in over a decade. Alex Albon, for someone like him, he's playing to win. And when you have a very clear sense of a purpose, Dania, you will play to win. Because until you play to win, you will not win.
Yeah.
In your life. And I'm delighted for you that you have that self-honesty to recognize that you're just playing.
Yes.
Because that's where it begins. When you have the self-honesty to notice that, then we can do something about it. Assuming that you do want to play to win.
I definitely want to play to win. And I know that I can get away easily by not playing to win, by still being above average. So a lot of times I've got away with it, but I have not been happy about it either.
Yeah, there we go. And that is the problem that many of you face, is that you can get away with it, even when you're not playing to win. That is the difference between somebody who is a peak performer and somebody who's just performing. You speak to any single one of the Formula One drivers on the grid, all 20 of them, and they'll tell you, I want to be world champion. Every single one of them. Their goal is not to drive Formula One. Their goal is to win Formula One. Because if their goal was to drive Formula One, they wouldn't even be in Formula One. Everybody following me, yes? But it's precisely because they want to be world champion, that's what's got them into Formula One. For most other people, just driving, they can get away with it. They're happy with that. So your world is set up for you to just play. Unfortunately, that is the world that we live in. People are happy for you to just play. Because when you play to win, they feel threatened by that.
Yeah.
So your obstacle is to dispense with the excuse that just playing is good enough because I'm getting away with it. In other words, your job right now is for you to become unreasonable with your reasoning. Your reasoning that just playing allows you to get by. They can get away with it. But to be thoroughly unreasonable with that, because when you're unreasonable with that, then there's no other choice but to play to win. Is it making sense?
How do we do that? That is.
Okay, well, maybe you need someone to just kick your ass.
Yeah. I don't usually let others kick my ass, so yeah, I had to kick my own ass.
Right, yeah.
I'm ferocious that way.
But the problem with kicking your own ass is like tickling yourself. It's hard to tickle yourself. It's not working. I can't. I'm usually a very ticklish person. And then the moment someone goes jab, I'm ticklish. Stop it! Don't touch me. That's the problem with kicking your own ass.
So might I add another point here?
No, we're good for now.
Yeah.
But I'm going to suggest to you that you find someone who's willing to kick your ass. Okay. Are you which batch of the Way of Champion are you in, Danya?
I just completed the recent.
You just completed a recent one. Okay.
Yes.
So I didn't share with Zio, okay, which I shared with the current batch of the Way of the Champion. Okay. One of the assassins of growth and success is a tolerance and an acceptance of average and mediocre. Okay, I'll repeat that. One of the assassins of your growth and success, of you winning in your life, is a tolerance and an acceptance of average and mediocre. As good as I am at kicking everyone else's asses, I'm not very good at kicking my own ass. It's just the way life works. And so right now, what's happening is I'm in the midst of finalizing a coaching team to coach me. Because I feel like I'm playing at Formula 2 level. And I can't accept that. I want to play at Formula 1 level and win at Formula 1 level. And so who am I finalizing as a coaching team to come coach me? This is the same organization that coaches Formula 1 world champions. Some of you might recognize some of the names of Formula 1 champions. Kimi Raikkonen, Mika Häkkinen, Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, all Formula 1 world champions, multiple time world champions. And they are coached. Peak performers though they are, they have coaches to kick their ass. And I'm using their same coaches to kick my ass. The program is bespoke. So someone like Lewis Hamilton, his coach is with him pretty much 24 hours a day. I'm creating a different bespoke program for myself. And the price I'm paying for that starts at 22,500 euros. I think that converts to 22.5 lakhs. That's how much I'm paying to get a bunch of coaches to kick my ass. So that I can kick your ass.
Yeah.
So I'm going to suggest to you, Danya, that if you want to get yourself from just playing to win, get a coach who's going to be willing to kick your ass because you can do it so.
It's just that I found that the coaches also give up after a point.
Oh, really? Your coaches give up after a point?
I mean, they say like, you've made movement, why are you not accepting it? So it's like...
All right, okay. Well, I don't know what coaches you've got. But if you want a coach who's going to go the distance with you, I know one such person.
Yes.
Everybody understand, yes?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, you need a good ass kicking, Dania. Alrighty?
Sure. Thank you, guys.
Okay, good. Everyone, let's give her a high five and say, you got this, man. Somebody who's a pretty good ass kicker, but he doesn't kick asses the way I kick asses. He kicks asses in a highly inspirational way. This is a person who is here, who's on the call today. He wanted to come and see you guys again, having saw you over the Enlightened Warrior Power a few days. And this is a man who, here is my vicarious experience. Those of you who've been through We're the Champion, we talk about championship mindset and building self-efficacy. And one of the keys to unlock your self-efficacy is somebody who can be your vicarious experience, the person who is an inspiration, the person who is a role model, the person who you look at and you can't help but be inspired with your life and want to move yourself forward. And this person is here, and he says he wants to say a few words to you all. Would you all like to meet him? Okay, well, you better give a championship, a powerful welcome, big round of applause, and a aho to none other than Suren.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you. Also, thank you for dropping by.
So good to see you. I've been here for the almost last 1 hour, and it's amazing to watch what is unfolding. First, to everyone out there, happy Diwali, huh? Happy Diwali, guys. Happy Diwali. Hope you guys are having a fabulous Diwali. And thank you, Thaddeus, for doing this. You don't need to do this, but I just said 5-6 days after Warrior is very important. People go back to their environment. We know what happens to the Warrior energy, and it's good to just tie up everything. So thank you so much for doing this, brother. Thank you so much. Quickly, to everyone in this room, I just want to say a big thank you to 2 people who are not in this room. Can we send some love for Robert Tripole for doing Warrior? He was fabulous, guys, right? He was really good. And date to predicament, Master Bala. I don't think you can forget him ever, right? You're going to ever forget these 2 people in your life. Big thank you to both of them. I'm sure they would, at a different level, listen to what we're trying to say. Big thank you to them. Okay, quickly here. The reason why I'm here is I've just been watching what is happening here. And I really feel, if you were in Warrior last weekend, you're destined for something very big. Because it's not an accident you are in that room. And if you played 100%, something would have shifted for you. How many people something shifted? Give me a double thumbs up. At a very deep level, something shifted. And you know that you can't be average from now on. You can't give any excuses from now on. Now, I saw a lot of magic happen in the room last weekend. I was watching from behind. I saw people pop. The way they changed. It was amazing to watch what things unfold. And I also believe, that is always says momentum, right? It's all about momentum. Now that you started this journey, you know you can do it. You have the tools for it. Things are changing now. We do not want you guys to stop. I really believe you guys are going to be the showstoppers for this country. You're going to become super successful and show to people around you how it can be done. Are you guys ready for this journey? Give me a double thumbs up if you're ready for this journey. I have very big plans for the Quantum Leap gang in our country. I'm telling you, I want you guys to get ready for this. The Quantum Leap gang in the next 4-5 years, it's going to be the biggest community in the country who's going to really make a massive difference as we start doing the Quantum Leap meetups in every city and stuff like that. So you guys have no excuse to give. Okay? Good. I can see a lot of smiling faces. Good. Bro, I want to do something here, bro. Do I have your permission? You have no idea, so that's good.
All these years that I've met you, bro, when I hear that I want to do something, or let's do something, I'm ready.
Okay, you have no choice. I know. I put you on a spot. Quickly, how many people, can you give me a double thumbs up if you're Warrior from the last year, which means you did MMI last year, Quantum Leap, and you did Warrior this year. If you have like that, just give me a double thumbs up. I want to see how many people are from the old batches. People who missed out Warrior last year and came to this year. Okay, a few people here in this room. Quickly, I know a lot of people are doing Way of the Champion right now with Thaddeus. Give me a double thumbs up if you're doing Way of the Champion right now with Thaddeus. Okay, give me a double thumbs up if you just finished 2 months before, 1 or 2 months before that batch. Okay, final thumbs up if you've done Way of the Champion 2-3 batches before. Give me a double thumbs up. Okay, it's quite a mixed room. Okay, the reason why I wanted to ask that question is because I had a chance to take Warrior to the next level. Meaning, I had a chance to experience something for a few days with my team with Thaddeus. Do I have permission to share that? Just give me a double thumbs up if you have the permission. So what happened was, I was talking to Thaddeus and said, that is, if I want to take people faster, if you really want to take them faster, what can we do? Because all Thaddeus' work, I believe, is focus, discipline, how to play champion. You all agree? Way of the Champion is designed for that. How to be focused, how to be disciplined, how to play champion, always never play victim. That was it. And I was asking Thaddeus, how can we accelerate it? What can we do for people to reach there faster? And that's how Thaddeus said the best way to do. Give me 5 days with them in a place where it's not home, it's my environment, and I will create magic. I said, wow, that's quite interesting. 5 days with you in an environment where you're the ringmaster and you can do whatever you want and we can create magic. And that's how actually champion experience started. A lot of people heard about champion experience today morning. We have the champion, right? I want in the chat people who don't know what is champion experience. Can you type me in the chat box? Just type me in the chat box so that I have no notice. Okay, quite a few people here. Thank you. For people who do not know champion experience, that's how it started. So I asked him, what is this? He said, give me 5 days and I can create magic. And I said, if you can do that, I want you to do first for my team. So what I did was I took my entire team with him, we found a place near Bangalore. And we said a secluded places where nobody is there, it's only nature. And the environment is conducive for such a outbound experience. So Thaddeus did a 3-day version with us, not the 5-day version. 3-day version with every single person in my team. And I really understood what magic meant in those 3 days. The shift in my team, every single person, was amazing. Then I said, brother, I know what you mean when you say 5 days with me. So that's how champion experience actually started, and the first one is happening in Jan. I'm going to tell Thaddeus to share because I think we have last few seats left. And bro, just share it after I finish. Give us 5 minutes, and whoever takes the decision tomorrow, we'll give them the chance. Or else going to be, I don't think the next batch when that's going to happen. Is that fine, brother? Is that fine, brother? Oh,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay, after I'm done, just give that.
Yeah.
All I want to tell people is the one which is happening in Jan. I think Thaddeus is going to give details. We have really made it the first batch, so you guys are lucky. The price point, everything is because first batch. And the problem is logistically, it can't take too many people. It can take 75 to 78 participants. That's the max. Plus some people to run the show because we really need people to run the show. We have 15-20 people who are going to come to support the whole thing logistically. So that's how it is. We have last few seats remaining. I'm going to tell Thaddeus to share. If I were you, my suggestion, please take it. Because the price point which you hear, you'll never get it. And those 5 days, it will take you to some other level. So for people, how many people have already signed up for Champion Experience? Can you type me in the chat box? Already signed up? Okay, I can see a lot of me's in the chat box. Guys, you have no idea. It is going to shift your life at some other level. Because I experienced 3 days with my team. It was magical. It was pure magic. And Thaddeus at his best. In an environment where he's got every control and he let us do things which he never thought was possible. So you're going to really love it. Bro, I'm really waiting for the first batch to go and see what feedback is going to come from there. What breakthrough is going to happen, what transformation is going to happen. So to all of you here, once again, happy Diwali. Thank you for doing what you're doing. like I told you in Warrior day 2 when I spoke, day 3 when I spoke, by going through this journey, you're letting me live my mission. I feel more than ever India needs a lot of people like you to be successful. One of my missions is I want good people to be successful and have lots of money. Money in the hand of good people will make a massive difference. So I really want you guys to be successful in every area with loads of money so that you can give back in whatever way you can do. And that's the reason I want you guys to go through this journey. So big thank you. I know what shit has happened in Warrior, and I know every one of you 1 year, 2 years from now are going to be super, super successful. All I ask from you, find a cause which is close to your heart and do a bit for this planet. That's the only thing I ask from you. And inspire as many people around you to go through this journey. Just do these two things for me. That's all. That's how you pay it forward. If you do that, you have made me a very, very happy man. Thank you. So I'm going to give it back to Thaddeus. Thank you, brother. And sorry for putting you in the spot. There are few seats, and I feel it's fair for the other people also to get to know about Champion Experience and come at the crazy deal we have done this time. Okay, back to you, brother. Thank you so much. Warriors, two things. Remember, I told you last time. You'll never forget this. Remember this. So next time, wherever we meet, this is our sign language. Okay, no words spoken. I know you're a warrior. Thank you, guys. Back to you. Back to you, that is.
Everyone, let's give it up for Suren. Thank you so much, bro. As Suren was talking, the Champions Experience, he talked about it. He says it's my playground. And the reason why it's my playground is when I began training and coaching 20 years ago in 2004. This is where I began. This was my habitat. This was my environment. This was the work that I was doing. And then over the years, as I did that, I began to take on and do other stuff. And right now, I'm going back to where I began this entire journey. And this is where the best of me was shaped and was formed. And we're designing this at the as part of this 5-day Champions Experience. Now, I know a lot of you have registered for that. But I'm also seeing that a lot of you are asking for details and a date. So is it okay if I take a few minutes to share what is it, what it's going to look like, and why it's important for you to be here? And if you feel that's it for you, we'll put a link on and then you can register for that. Is that good? Okay, great, sweet. So let's be clear about this here. This is not a Zoom program. We are not doing this online. So there will not, please do not ask me, do I get a recording of this? Because no, you're not going to get a recording of this. Let me tell you a little bit about what this is and how this actually works. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see my white screen in front of you, please? Okay, sweet. Excellent. Thank you. So let's start off first with where it's happening and the date. So we are looking at the Champions Experience. And where this is taking place, it's going to be live in person just outside Bangalore. Okay, just outside Bangalore. And this is happening, we're going to kickstart the year with the Champions Experience. This is happening on the 22nd to the 26th of January, which is in just 2 months' time, 2025. And what's happening here is that this is a stay-in program. Okay, so it's 5 days, 4 nights. It's a stay-in program. What are we seeking to do here? Let me put it across to you this way here. How many of you found that some of your defining moments, some of your most powerful moments in Warrior came about not when someone was teaching from the stage, but when you were going through a particular experiential activity? Okay, whether it's the board or the bar and the like, we found that to be extremely powerful for you. Okay, great. Let me share with you why is that so and how that actually works. I'm going to draw a line here this way. Oops, just not a line in excellence. Let's have this line. There we go. So where we're taking here is a different kind of learning. And I'm going to call this a from, and I'm going to call this a to. Okay, and we're talking about the Champions Experience here. So in usual learning, and many of you would have heard me use this term before. In typical learning, people focus on the horizontal. What is a horizontal? A horizontal has got to do with the goal, has got to do with the area of life, has got to do with the topic. In other words, people want to become a coach, for example. They learn about the systems of business. They learn about coaching curriculum and so on and so forth. People who want to build better relationships, they might learn about communication skills. They might learn about trust, for example. People who want to lose weight and have a healthier, fitter body, they might learn about nutrition. They might learn about exercises. That's horizontal. That much is important. What we also know that is equally, if not more important, is the obstacles that show up, as we heard, for example, Dania sharing, isn't so much the horizontal obstacles that show up, but they are what we call the vertical obstacles that show up. And what vertical is referencing here is you. In Daniel's case, how she was playing, or just playing, or playing not to lose, or for some people, not playing. Some of the obstacles, the challenges might have to do with your purpose. Some of the obstacles and challenges are actually showing up in you, rather internally rather than externally. So the horizontal has to do with the external goals, the subject. The vertical has got to do with internal, which is you, right? How many of you understand that the vertical needs to be attended to for the horizontal to be met? Good, thank you. What we're doing here also in a typical program, people talk about the mind. You know, John was like, oh, you know, I don't like talking about the mind, and, you know, I was kind of avoiding that. Then I ended up sitting next to Mantha and Bhavya. So the mind is a critical part, a critical component of any change that we want to work on. However, it's incomplete if we do not create a mind and body alignment. In other words, I can work on the mind and think positively, but until the body follows along or the body leads away, nothing's really going to change in my life. Another way to put it is someone might say, I'm a man or a woman of faith. You know, I believe in God. You can say that, but how do we know that you're a man or a woman of faith or of God? It's through your deeds, through your actions, through your behaviors. In other words, the body needs to be trained in addition to the mind. Everyone follow me? Yes? Yeah, thank you. That's the second element. A third element here is we are taking your learning from conceptual, which is the slogans, the nice sounding kind of terminology, taking down a lot of notes, a great deal of ideas. But we're taking it from conceptual into a different form of learning that is experiential. In other words, you learn through experiences. You're not learning academically, you're not learning through theory, you're learning through experience. In other words, through your actions or inactions, that's how you're going to learn. And so what happens in experiential learning is the most powerful form of learning, because you're learning on the spot. Where the Champions Experience is going to take place, we found this beautiful place outside of Bangalore. It's an outdoor adventure facility. It's a camp. And here we are set amidst a forest, nature reserve, forest, right? Stunning place. We're almost in the middle of nowhere, right? Away from all the noise and traffic and other people. And here nature, nature as your classroom, really, and in this outdoor adventure facility. So the experience that comes out is experience on the spot. In other words, when we ask you a question, like the question I asked you, what has been a defining experience? And so what happens here is we are taking ourselves from just merely mental strategies and say, for example, this evening we see people in the chat, right? I honor and respect you, but I don't give a fuck what you think about me. Those are mental strategies. But there's a big difference between mental strategies and what is built into your muscle memory. That is the power of experiential learning. That we are training your body and building it into your muscle memory. And in so doing, we take what is simply merely information in your learning and then converting that into an assimilation into your life. In other words, that is how you operate. That is how you show up in the world. Another key thing here that we are taking you from is many of you, you know I have a slogan. One of the things that we focus a lot on in terms of the pillars of this work that we're doing. There are three pillars that inform the work that we do here in the Champions community. One pillar is that of integral attention, right? Integral coming from the word integrity, or a cousin of the word integrity, which is strength. When we have the mind-body, horizontal, vertical, conceptual to experiential, the muscle memory assimilation, we are actually being in integrity with ourselves. The second pillar is that of how the quality of our lives is determined by the quality of our relationships. In other words, the community of support. Many people here are working as a lone wolf. The Danyas, no one's there to kick your ass. Here, what we are creating here is that you're moving in packs. Okay, this is where your community of support comes into play. Not just in the 5 days, but beyond that. Another thing that we are looking to do here for you, many people are seeking what I call a burning bush solution. That I've got this big, massive aha moment. I've just got this big, massive hack for my life. Those are what I call burning bush solutions. Burning bush solutions don't exist in life. What we're working with you towards are marginal gains. Marginal gains. Hence the sharing that I had you to do in the second breakout. What are some of the potential obstacles and challenges they might foresee popping up, and how can we overcome them, as opposed to being Pollyanna? Because marginal gains is what you need to uncover for yourself. What are the marginal gains that get you from just playing to playing not to lose? What are the marginal gains that get you from playing not to lose to actually playing to win? I like to use the example of another Formula One world champion by the name of Nico Rosberg, who was world champion about 10, 12 years ago. And Nico Rosberg was racing. His racing career happened at a point in time where Formula One had a change in car regulation. That essentially, from one season to the next, they were actually driving different cars, completely different cars. And for him, what happened in that particular season was the next season, their cars weighed 50 kilograms heavier. And which meant that the teams needed to find ways for them to lose weight. Because a lighter car is a faster car. So they're looking at, from materials that we use through to the car parts, through to, the science, the technology, the engineering. How can we engineer a lighter car? But also losing weight fell upon the drivers. How could they lose weight? And Nico Rosberg was looking to lose 1 kilogram. Why? Because every kilogram that they lost, that 1 kilogram that they lose equates to a speed of 300th of a second. Yes, you heard that correctly. 300th of a second faster from each kilogram. And Nico Rosberg decided that the best way he could lose 1 kilogram was to stop cycling. At the time, he was an avid cyclist, and cyclists have got great thunder thighs. And he realized that when he stopped cycling, he lost 1 kilogram of muscle from his thighs. He didn't need that for Formula One racing. And guess what? Incidentally, the next year when he won the Formula One World Championship, that race that he won that gave him the points to win the World Championship, he won it by 300ths of a second. That, my friends, is what we call marginal gains. What are your marginal gains? For Mansi, it could well be that 20 minutes where she wakes up and she goes, 20 minutes time to myself. Meditation, I'm enjoying my own company. That could be her marginal gain for herself. For Danya, her marginal gain could well be me identifying and living with the conviction, this is what my true purpose is. And when I can identify what my true purpose is, I can live for my true self. And I'm going to be playing to win. Right? My marginal gain could well be the 22 and a half lakhs that I'm paying for this set of coaches to raise my game. So we need to identify what are your own marginal gains, because you all have your own marginal gains. Are you all following me so far? Good, thank you. And the third thing here is this. Or these three things, rather. Many of you are busy. Busy taking care of family, busy getting fitter, busy taking care of elderly parents, busy trying to make more money, busy trying to start another business, busy trying to get more clients, busy. Well, experiential learning is a big part of the Champions experience. In other words, you're going to be doing a lot, But just as importantly is you're going to be not doing a lot. In other words, we're going to be stopping to take a look. The same way we are stopping right now to take a look at what happened for you at Warrior and what needs to happen for you going forward. We are stopping regularly in these 5 days. I'm going to be giving you or taking you through, and this is going to be in your blood by the end of the 5 days. The 3 stages of processing. Processing your experience. These are the 3 stages that back in, I started in 2007. For 7 years, I did a great deal of work with the Singapore Armed Forces, the military, all 3 branches, the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. And at that time, at the turn of the century, the Singapore government decided that the Singapore military needed to go through somewhat of a revamp, which is we need to build soldiers who are not just fighting soldiers, but are thinking soldiers, which is to say the military leaders and the military officers need to also revamp themselves, not just shouting and screaming at soldiers, but coaching officers. And so for 7 years, I traveled around different Army camps, different naval bases, different Air Force bases, and I was teaching officers how to coach. And I was using with them these same 3 stages of processing. What I'm teaching with the special forces and the officers in the military is what I'm going to be teaching you, so that you can be independently self-coaching yourself. How many of you would like to learn that? Good, thank you. So we're going to be doing, we're going to stop, we're going to take a look. We're going to do, we're going to stop, we're going to take a look. Now, let me jump into this here. The prize for you, there are multiple prizes for those of you who are coming onto the Champions Experience. There's the prize for you, and that the P stands for the primary participant. Okay, that's you. I am huge because the quality of our lives is determined by the quality of our relationships. How many of you have got some relationships that you want to improve or deepen in your life? Yeah, good. Thank you. I'm huge on relationships. So there's also a prize for your family members. And for this first time only, for those of you who want to bring business partners, or if you're employers and you want to bring your leadership team, you can. Okay, so that's under F. That's what we call the family prize. Now, what's going to be happening as this is there's also food and accommodation. This is a stay-in camp. Okay, there's food and then there's accommodation as well. As you heard students say, we can only take a max of 75 people. Okay, and we just about have a handful of seats left. And this is the same reason why, by the way, not only has Suren brought his entire team to attend this, he actually bringing also there are some teams of the other trainers who are sending their teams here to learn from me and from us. So there's food and accommodation. Now, I'm also big, as you know, not on single standalone programs. I'm big on momentum. I'm big on momentum calls. And so you're going to have this thing. We're going to be backing this up with MC. What is this? These are momentum calls. Okay. What are we seeking to do here ultimately for you is this. You're going to step in there as one person and come out quite a little bit different. What are the outcomes you are looking at here? One is if the quality of our lives is reflecting the quality of our relationships. The first relationship we need to work on is yourself, which is for you to be self-assured. We live in an unpredictable world. We have no idea what's going to happen. We have no idea what are the obstacles that can show up. We have no idea what could be sabotaging us. So we need to be solid as a rock, which is to say we need to be self-assured to navigate through these uncertain waters. In addition to this self-assuredness, is to build a quality called courage. Trust me, if you're going to survive in the Champions Experience, you're going to need courage. What is courage? Courage is not being fearless. Courage is being fearful, and yet acting and doing what's needed and what's necessary and what's important. That's what courage is. We're also helping you build and deepen something called resilience. What is resilience? Resilience is when problems occur, when things get you down. How many of you have got some kind of an event that had a negative impact in you over the course of the past year? Yeah. Okay. So now what happens? Resilience is how do you bounce back up again? How do you bounce back into the essence of you? You're going to require that. So the self-assurance, resilience, and courage. In addition to that, you're going to require a great deal of focus. It's a busy world out there with a lot of temptations, a lot of distractions. What the Champions experience here is to give you an experience of what it is like to be 100% focused, where everything else ceases to exist. A cousin of focus is this thing here. Okay, I'm going to be training you the way that I train army soldiers, and it's discipline. When you have no discipline, that's why you have a tolerance and acceptance of average and mediocrity. Right? An army doesn't go into battle hoping to win. The army goes to battle wanting to win and bring every single one back alive. And it requires discipline. Ultimately here, opposite of the self-assurance is going to be having you acting ultimately according to your true self. You can't make things up here in the Champions experience. You got to rip away your mask and come away from operate from the within with your true self. Okay, this is what the Champions experience is about here. Could you all type in your chat, please? Which of these qualities right now is important for you to cultivate or for you to develop? All right, type in your chat. Which of these qualities is absolutely essential right now in your life based on where you want to be, what do you want to accomplish, what do you want to have is absolutely essential for you to cultivate in your life. Okay, type that into the chat. Yeah. Okay, great. I'm seeing a whole mix. Okay, there's discipline, there's true self. Some people have got more than one. Okay, great. Focus, true self, discipline, courage. Seeing quite a lot of courage, seeing a lot of discipline, seeing quite a lot of, yeah, those are some of the key themes that's coming out. Some people are saying, well, all qualities as well. Great, absolutely. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing there. So let's take a look at this now. Coming back to here. Are you all still seeing my screen, by the way? Okay, great. So let's cut to this here. For you to come, unlike me, investing 22.5 lakhs into my coaching, for you guys, you will not be putting in that kind of amount. For you to come as the primary person, okay, the investment for you is only 2.95 plus GST. Those of you who will bring a family member, okay, by the way, a family member needs to be above 18 years old. So you're going to bring your son and daughter, as long as they're above 18, you can. Those of you who are working on your spousal relationship, your wife, your husband, or parent, that's okay. Okay, the oldest person we've taken in, or this type of program that we do is in their 70s. Your family member gets to come for a family price of only 1.95 plus GST. My friends, no better way to kickstart a relationship going into the new year by doing something like this together, out of your own comfort zone, out from your ordinary, to somebody who is willing to ask the hard questions to drive you both forward. So that's why we're giving the family price as a discount. For food and accommodation, what you're getting, we're going to be paying this for you, okay, for free. Food and accommodation, we're going to be taking care of that. All your meals that you come for those 5 days, 4 nights, and as well as accommodation, we're going to take care of that. And you're also going to get these momentum calls, which we're going to be doing monthly. Okay, for those of you who get yourself in right now, your momentum calls, we start this month towards the end of November. And then in December, we're going to have a momentum call. We're going to have you wrap up this year, okay, in fine fashion so that we can begin next year. Then we kickstart January with a Champions Experience. Then we get back into momentum call in February. We get into momentum call in March. We get into momentum call in April. We get into momentum call in May. You're going to have me to kick your ass for the next 6 months, essentially, is what I'm going to be saying here. Okay, your momentum calls are going to be free as well. We're going to take care of that for you. So what you're getting for the Champions Experience is 5 days, 4 nights, 22nd to 26th in Bangalore. If you're coming alone, 2,95,000 plus GST. You bring somebody together with you above 18 years old, it's 1,95,000 plus GST. Food accommodation, free, we'll take care of that. Momentum calls, 6 sessions, free, we'll take care of that. All you need to do right now is the link that's posted on the chat right now. When you click on the link, your deposit right now is only 35,000 plus GST. We have EMI options that are available to you as well if you want to call upon that, if you want to use that. Okay, for today it's 35,000 plus GST. And your final payment is all the way through to 1st of December 2024. Okay, so today 35,000, the rest all the way through to 1st of December 2024. Okay, so if you feel this is right for you, if you want to build on that discipline, if you want to work on that focus, if you want to work from coming from a sense of a true self, if you want someone to kick your ass and take you and help you to put your attention onto what's vertical, to train your body towards taking the action that you say you want to take through an experiential 5 full days of experiential activities in an outdoor, beautiful adventure setting where we inbuild the things that you need to do, how you need to drive yourself forward, inbuild that into your muscle memory so that we're taking yourself, you're learning not just from a bunch of information, but true assimilation into how you live. And in so doing, create that pack for you, that community of support, creating those marginal gains, and all the way being able to stop and to self-coach through the 3 stages of processing. This is what you'll be getting from the Champions Experience. Okay, so we start here with a deposit, 35,000, and then we're taking it ourselves through the 1st of December, and then we kickstarting the first of momentum calls today. This month here in November. Okay, so the link's up there in the chat. Right, go ahead and click on that. Go register, put in the deposit, and yes, Ramesh, we do have EMI options available to you, and the team will definitely help you through that. And let me tell you why we are doing this here. Oftentimes, every time I go to India, and then we catch up again with Suren, with Pravin, with Marinda, and the Success Gyan team, one of the things that we say is we say, welcome home. And what home is that of a family. Home is that of a beautiful, a wonderful metaphor in terms of how we move through lives. But we are coming to a tipping point. The mission that Success Gyan is on, and you guys know that Suren is on a big mission. Yes? To make India, again, the coaching capital world. Not because it sounds sexy or sounds wonderful, but increasingly what you see, that the education comes from the ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge, the Gyan of India, and then repackaged back to you to buy again. But to return you to where you rightfully belong, that information, that wisdom, that knowledge that is owned by India. A big mission, and we are now coming to a tipping point in terms of this work that's going to proliferate itself throughout India. And part of this tipping point means we need to tip ourselves from operating as a family. Because while families is nice, families are close, but you often also within a family get people whom you don't like. Some of the people who are your biggest obstacles are your family members. And families are sometimes individuals whom we can get to avoid. So we're moving away from that metaphor of operating as a family to that of an army. For us to truly take this work forward, for us to truly prosper in our lives, we need to start thinking and operating like an army. Because unlike a family, an army, you can't desert a family member. In an army, you can't avoid, you can't betray, because the price for any of that is death. You get killed on the battlefield, or you get charged and you get hung because it's treasonous. We need to raise our game, and the way that we raise our game so that we play to win is by operating as an army. Okay, that's why also you see that in our team, we also have folks from the army. You got Hari, who was a commander in the Navy. You've got Kin, who was a lieutenant colonel in the Gurkha Regiment, currently based in Jammu Kashmir. And we have a whole bunch of others who are now inbuilding the army mentality. Why? Because the life you're going to live, that you desire to live, is important. And we need to start thinking as one unit, that we got each other's backs as that community, that army community, and building the courage, the resilience, the focus, the discipline, so that we're self-assured, coming for our true self, and be men and women on a mission. That's why we are doing the way that we are doing it. This is why we're doing what we are doing. Okay? Everyone follow me so far? Okay, good. Thank you. So, we've come to the end of this review. What's left is for you, if you haven't already done so, click on link to register. Now, there are a couple of questions that are coming out here. Bulk discount, Hemalatha. If you have, including yourself, 6 or more people, please get in touch with us for a bulk discount conversation. Okay? Now, I don't want to have a conversation if it's just an idea of how much it's going to be when you seriously have 6 people. Now, when I say 6 people, I'm not referring to 6 of you getting together and then say, hey, let's 6 of us go together. Okay? The 6 of you, including you, must be either family and or your team members within your organization. Okay? So whether it's your business or your colleagues, your family members. Okay, so 6 and above, then get in touch with us for the bulk discount. Okay, otherwise, if you bring 1 other person or 2 other persons, they will get the family price of just 1,95,000 plus GST. Yes? Okay, so take a moment. Okay, I'll zip for a moment so that you can click on the link and register now and get yourself in. Yeah, Francis, I agree. It is a great deal for what you're going to be getting. Okay, and if you have any technical problems, just let us know, and then we can see how I can help you. Okay, like I said, okay, EMI options are available to you as well, and let's get in touch, and then let us see how we can help you and how we can get you in. Okay. This is how we're going to be wrapping up 2024, and this is how we're going to be starting 2025. Oh, by the way, Francis Xavier, who has just typed in the chat saying that's a great deal. Francis is coming with his wife. They are celebrating their anniversary during the Champions Experience. I'm looking forward to that, Francis, and also meeting your wife as well. Okay, so take a moment, get yourself registered, and if you have any questions, feel free to type it into the chat. And I want to wrap it up here right now with where you currently are at post your programs, post Warrior, post Way of the Champion, into this final 2 months of 2024. Okay, when you come for our first momentum call in November, later this month, I've got some very key specific things that I want you to do, okay, that I want you to act on. For now, here's one key thing I need all of you to do, first of all. Okay. I want you to engage in 20 minutes of free writing. 20 minutes of free writing. And in this 20 minutes of free writing, your pen never leaves the paper. What you're going to be writing about in this 20 minutes of free writing is you're going to describe 2025. What 2025 holds for you. What 2025 promises for you. What 2025 holds in terms of possibilities for you. 20 minutes of free writing. And then at the end of it, I want you to read what you just written down. Because what you just written down is the price of 2025. Prize. And then I want you to answer that question. What is the price I'm willing to pay for the prize of 2025? What is the price, P-R-I-C-E, I'm willing to pay for the prize, P-R-I-Z-E, of 2025? Now, as I said that, I noticed that Uma has come back into the room here. There was a prize that you won, financial freedom, and coupled with that, videos of your art. And I had you pay a price with a slight bit of ass kicking from me just now. And I sent you away and I said, take 15 minutes to go film your videos. So you're back here, and I'd like to hear from you to see what's come out of it. Okay, Uma, could you unmute yourself, please, Uma? Okay, great. Hello, welcome back. How long have you been back now?
It's been more than 30 minutes.
More than 30 minutes. Okay, great. So what happened during that time?
When
that you were
Suresh was talking that time.
Sorry? Okay.
When Suresh was speaking with you that time, I think.
Okay. So what happened during that time?
Yeah, I did it. Done and dusted. Aho!
Yeah, you did what?
I took the video along with while I was painting. I took the video and I came in front of the camera and I spoke a little bit and I did it.
Great. Good. And how do you feel about it?
It's amazing. Like I wanted that push kick on my butt.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome. How do you feel about yourself for having responded to the kick?
Yeah, I'm feeling very much proud.
Yeah.
And happy.
Great. Good.
I want to share that painting which I did it. Can I?
think you should. I think you should. Now, is this a physical painting?
Yes.
Great. Good. So, let me put it across to you this way, Uma, and to all of you. Well, let me ask you. Right? Was the kick a useful, helpful one?
Of course.
For you, yeah. Would you like more kicks?
Well.
Yes, I want, but I'm scared to say so. Okay. So, are you coming to join us on the Champions Experience, Uma?
I really want to.
Okay. Good. Well, then get yourself in.
Yes, I really want to, and I'm like thinking of how to manage the money. That's all.
Okay. Good. Wonderful. So I have a game for you to play. Okay. Now, the game is this. You ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to make 2,95,000 plus GST within the next 30 days. Even if you take an EMI option, okay? I know the EMI option gives you like 9-10 months to pay up, okay? But I'm not going to wait 9-10 months for you to go make that money to pay up for your EMI. I want you to play a 30-day game with me so that you actually make the 295 plus GST. And I'm putting this across to everybody who is going to take up an EMI option. Okay? This work is to build you up for you to prosper. Okay? This is not an expense for you. Oh, you know, I've just thrown three legs down the drain. No. This is for you to make it back in spades.
Okay.
So Uma, let's work with you here. Okay, show me one of your paintings, please.
This is the painting I have done now.
Okay. Wow. This is, what kind of painting do you call this?
This is watercolor painting of like flowers.
Right. Wow. Okay. Great. And all those paintings that's behind you, I'm seeing like a green one with a path with a tree. All those are yours as well?
Yes, mine.
Okay, great. So do you sell these paintings? Do you?
I do.
Okay, great. How many of you, can you hold that painting up again?
This one?
Yeah. Okay. How many of you think, raise your hands if you think that's a pretty high quality water color painting. Okay, good. Now, let me ask you, Uma, how much would you sell that painting for, typically?
This one?
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh dear, your hesitation is causing me jitters.
no, not hesitation. Like
How much? So tell me, how much would you sell that painting for?
yeah, some calculation over this, like the size and everything.
You see, your hesitation is causing me jitters. Give me a number.
15K.
Huh?
15K. 15,000
15,000. Are you talking about dollars or are you talking about rupees?
rupees.
Okay, 15,000 rupees. How much is 15,000 rupees in dollars? Anybody? Can you help me, please? The number is so small, I struggle to calculate it. Okay, $200. Okay, so less than $200. Okay, Uma. We're going to play a 30-day game. Okay.
30-day game.
30-day game. All right. I just told you we're going to play a 30-day game, but you're going to make 4 lakhs. Okay. I'm going to show you something. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Watch. I'm going to show you something very personal. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me just turn off my backdrop. Okay. This.
Wow.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. This is pencil sketch. Okay. This is my dog.
Oh.
Okay. Dodge. Okay. Who passed away last year at the age of 17.
Okay.
And I found this couple who are artists. And the wife, her specialty is pencil sketching. The husband, his specialty is oil painting. So I commissioned them to do 2 pieces for me. One piece is this pencil sketch. The other piece is an oil painting. Okay, both of Dodge. For these 2 pieces, I paid £3,500. What is £3,500 in rupees?
3,500
pounds, British pounds. What is it in rupees? Okay, 3.5 lakhs, 3.8 lakhs. Okay, great. So 3.5 lakhs I paid for these 2 pieces of work. Now I'm sharing this with you for 3 reasons. Number 1, I think your quality of work matches up to this quality, or at least it gets very close. In other words, your art is a lot better than mine. The second reason why I'm sharing this with you is that there's a market out there and people are willing to pay. Okay, I had to wait in line to get my pieces done. Okay, I commissioned them in kind of May, June, and I finally got my pieces in October. So there's a market out there. People are willing to pay. Number 3, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is that I want you to raise the price of your art pieces significantly. You have enough art pieces to sell, and it appears to me that it doesn't take you too long to create a few more pieces. The 30-day game that I'm going to kick your ass to play is to make 4 lakhs in the next 30 days. How much money are you currently making through your art pieces?
1.5 to 2 lakhs.
1.5 to 2 lakhs. Okay.
And this is watercolor. I used to do acrylic oils and posters.
Right. So you're not short on talent, and you're not short on art pieces. So I'm going to raise your game. I'm going to challenge you to raise your income from 1.5 to 2 lakhs to 5 to 6 lakhs.
Okay.
Are you up for this challenge?
Yes.
Okay. So that means there are 2 things you need to do. So earlier on I kicked your ass and I said take 15 minutes to go shoot a video. There are 2 things now I need you to do, which is go paint more and go sell more. And the way you're going to make more money, there are only 2 ways in which you make more money. Number 1, sell more pieces. Number 2, raise your price.
Okay.
Game on?
Yes.
Okay, you've gone very soft. I can't hear you anymore. Are you scared?
I'm not scared. I'm thinking about selling.
Okay, good. Well, think about it and then go do it. Okay, so you go make the deposit for 35,000. When I see you at this end of this month for momentum call, I want to know your results. Your sales results. You ready? You wanted an ass kicking. I'm giving you an ass kicking right now. I'm kicking your ass to go make more money. Would you like that? I think if someone was kicking my ass to make more money, I'll stick my butt out, like, big time, and I'd say whoop it again, whack me again, kick me again, kick me again. Everybody understand? Yes? Okay. How many of you want to play this game as well? Good. Good. Today in our Way of Champion, we said this: commitment is an action, not an intention. And at our last weekend intensive 3 weeks ago, I issued a challenge and I told them, I said, I want you to treat this like it's a 15 lakh game. Okay, and at that time, I didn't tell them what the final price was. But I told them, I want you to imagine, I want you to treat it like it's a 15 lakh game. How do we know that you're in the game? Is just like, if I'm going to be running a marathon, how do I know I'm in a marathon? I pay money and I get a registration bid. Anything other than that is just a thought. I'm not interested in your thoughts. The way you get in the game is to put in the 35,000. That sends a signal to you and to the world that you're in the game. And today we took a couple of shares. There was a lady. She freaked out. She was like 35,000. Now how am I going to fill up the rest? 14,65,000. And what came out for her in the end, in these 3 weeks? So she teaches women to heal herself. Okay. And what she discovered for her results was, in fact, she was also at EWP and in a few programs. Number 1, that first month, she raised the income by 12%. Number 2, because this month she was in EWP and a bunch of programs and traveling, she worked less, but she made the same amount of money as before. How many of you want to work less, but make the same amount of money as before? Okay. How many of you wouldn't mind the very next month increasing your income by 12 to 15%? Okay, good. Well, then you need to get into the game. And this is a game that we're playing. Everybody phoning me here, yes. All right. Oh, Anaga, right? Yeah, I think she's here in the game. So, game on, everybody. So from me to you, let the ass-kicking games begin. Okay, get yourself registered, click on the link, right? And now we are taking you from whatever it is you learned from Warrior Power into your life. 2025 begins now. Yes? Right. Who's playing to win here? Alrighty, good. So type in the chat for me, please. How was this evening's experience for you? Type in the chat, please. How was this evening's experience for you? Okay. Okay, powerful, enlightening, game begins, mind-blowing, awesome, deep, power-packed, powerful. A lot of power-packed or powerful, vertical, boosting, game changer, playing to win. Nitya, thanks for this call. I feel you set me on fire. Great. Right. Spread that fire. All right. Kick ass. Anita, Subicha, 100%. Right. Playing to win. Kick ass. Sanjay. Good. Well, let the games begin. Get yourself onto the Champions Experience. Team, you can put the link one more time. I'm going to be taking my leave for now, and I'll see you all in person in January. And in the meantime, I will be seeing all of you who are in for the Champions Experience end of this month. And we will continue this work that we're doing here. Okay, so from me to you, have a super good evening, have a super weekend. Those of you who are still in the way of the champions, I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. And for me, it's let the fun begin. For all of you and all of us, it's let the games begin. Okay, so happy Diwali once again. Namaste. And I'll see you in the Champions Experience. Okay, take it away, team. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Thaddeus. The Warriors, if you have any questions, if you need any other information, please put them on the chat. You do have the link. Go ahead and register yourself. And you can reach out to us if you have any further questions. Noted, Nitya. Thank you. Sumit, if you could just stay back and I would have one of the team members connect with you. Please ping me the your number, so we could reach out. Nitya, I have your number, so thank you. So those of you who have questions, you stay back. The rest of you, please go ahead, get yourself in for the Champions Experience if you don't have a question. Otherwise, have a great evening and a wonderful night. Wish you a very happy Diwali. Sanjay, I see your hands are up. Is there a question? Could you please put that in the chat box for me, Sanjay? Thank you, Vanita. Okay, if there's any questions, please raise your digital hand so I know who has questions and who I need to help with. Please raise your digital hands. Thank you. Shri, could you please spotlight one after the other in the order so we can address their questions?
Yes, Sanjay is first. I'll start with Sanjay.
Yes. Should I ask? Okay. So Uma, I'm sure Uma would have this question much as I myself. How do we go about actually selling our art? We are great at making our art and it's sitting there in our studio, but how do we actually go about the act of interacting, contacting, who is a good seller, how much commission would they take, where would they sell, online, physically, offline, by making exhibition, who will come for the exhibitions, how would they attract people of the right?
Sanjay, I need to stop you here. Is there a question for me or the group here? If it is an information for Uma, we can take that up separately. I would want to value, respect on everybody's time here. So let's stick to the questions if you have any pertaining to the Champions Experience. Thank you, Sanjay. Who do we have next, Shri?
Yeah, we have Nitya. Let me just...
Hey Nitya, I got your message. I have your number. So one of the team would definitely reach out to you and we'll help you with that. Is there anything else that I can help you, dear?
Yes, Vishnupriya. I have a question, same as the challenge that Thaddeus gave to Uma. I also want to work on the money thing. I mean, right now I'm just like shuffling between programs, like I've invested a lot and I'm also doing my own things on manifesting money. But if there's something the team could assist me with, I'm very happy to do that work over the course of the next few weeks so that I'm set up for 2025 as well. So that's all.
Absolutely, Nitya. Allow us some time.
Sure.
Once the deposits are in, get you into teams and we'll get you started with that. Right? So definitely one of us chaperones would be there to guide you with this. Okay. Is that all right, Nitya?
Yes, thank you, Vishnu.
Thank you so much, dear. And I believe Bhavya and Sumit have their hands up. And Gautam, you have one up too, okay? All right, let's take it from Sumit. Sumit, I have two sets of number from you. I don't know which one to go with. The second one, is it?
The first one, the second number, I gave it little wrong. One extra digit for that. That's why I gave it again.
Got it. Thank you, Sumit. I have noted down your number, so we will definitely reach out to you. But let me know what's your question.
The question is just, about the same, because actually last year I had deposited some money for the MTS, but some reasons I couldn't go there. Now part of that has been adjusted for the EWP deposit, the 34,000 odd figure, and the remaining is still there. So if we can go ahead and adjust this for the deposit, the remaining I'll pay by December.
Noted, Sumit. So I will reach out to you tomorrow after this call, and I'll connect you to the person who will help you with this, okay?
This can be done. Sorry to interrupt. This can be done. Just email to info@successgame.com, so that it will be very helpful.
Okay, that will be good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that right away.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Vijay. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumit. And thank you, Vijay.
Bhavya has a question.
Yes, Bhavya, go ahead.
Hi, Vishnupriya. I don't have a question related to the program or its cost or anything. It is in continuation to the review call that we just had. I hope you will be able to address it. The moment I stepped into authenticity, integrity, and all this, right? People really don't like you. People don't like you. Then you start attracting a lot of irritable energy for you. So how do you handle this? Because as you move forward towards your goal, it's getting loner. It's getting alone up there. I'm not scared, but a bit tired.
Thank you for raising this, Bhavya. Who amongst the champions here has faced this? I'm trying to work on myself, but I'm only getting pushed back, or I'm having a lot of challenges. Yeah, each one of us, right? I mean, this is the real story, Bhavya. What you're asking is, I see Gautam, Manika, Subi, at least in my screen, their hands went up immediately saying, yes, I'm facing the same too. It's not new. Every single time when we work on the challenges, we do have, when we work on ourselves, we do have the challenges that keep on showing up for us. The way to continue ahead is to continue forth with our work. And I would let any champion chaperone here who wants to address this for Bhavya. Go ahead, please, if you have, give me a raise of hand and I'll get you, yeah. Thanks, Manika. I'm asking you to unmute, Manika, if you can. Shri, yes, go ahead.
Yes. Hello, Bhavya. Hello, everyone. How are you? Bhavya, it is always a challenge to work on self.
True. And when you succeed with that, and when you get one step successful with that, it's like it's like being on a war. You're just proceeding, and the more you are victorious, there are like more people who are coming to attack. That's really how I feel.
Yes, it's just getting comfortable with the uncomfortableness.
Okay.
Because deep within the changes happen.
Mm-hmm.
And when I operate from that changed myself, it's a difficult zone.
Mm-hmm.
And the comfort zone pulls me back. And then again go out, again go out, again go out, and keep pushing up until it becomes my thing.
Okay.
So, Bhavya, are you able to resonate to what she's saying?
Specific instance I'm going through. I'm creating an organization which has a safe space. Without an emotional healing, if an employee is going to come to their work and just, have that combating and like, okay, let me be productive, let me distract, that's not going to happen. You are you. Whether you're professional or a personal, it is the totality of you is the outcome of your performance for the day. So I give them, you want to go sleep, you want to cry, you want to hug, you want to do anything, or you want to share, there is a space. So now, their partners at home are starting to feel insecure about what I've created. I don't necessarily have to be there in the safe space I've created. I've created that community, so one or the other is there for each other, about 2 minutes. So now it is.
Bhavya, I'm just going to interrupt you here, and this is going to take us away from this conversation into another. So please feel free to reach out to one of us, and we would definitely help you with this question. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, dear. Is there any other questions from the warriors here pertaining to the program that you want information on? Okay, looks like there is none. The warriors who are still waiting, I'm not sure what you're waiting for. If there is something that you need help from us relating to the program or relating to the dates or the cost, whatever it is, please do let us know. If there are no questions, then we are good to close. I see Uma's hand went up. Shri, could you please help me with that? Yes, Uma.
Hi, Vishnupriya. I have a question regarding the payment. So the 35,000 is the deposit, and the rest of the amount, is there any EMI option or the time validation or something like that you could?
Yes, there's definitely an EMI option, Uma. So if you're interested, you leave your number with one of the chaperones, and we would definitely connect you with that. The Success Gyan team is here as well, and they will be able to provide you the details on the EMI.
Okay.
Vijay, Hema, is it all right that I give them the email number or I give them your
Hema's number? I have.
You have Hema's number? Please reach out to Hema. She'll help you with that, Uma.
Please reach out to Hema. She'll help you out.
Okay.
Is that all right, Uma, that you reach out to Hema and she'll help you with whatever the EMI options are?
Seems like it is online or offline?
It is 100% physical event in Bangalore. It is not in any hotel. It is an outdoor place. So you will be in the outdoors and you will experiencing it physically.
Okay, so all 5 days?
Yes, all 5 days.
Okay.
Are you up for it?
Yes, I'm really excited.
Awesome. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Yes.
Thank you, Uma. Please do connect with Hema. And let's have Ajay spotlighted. Ajay has raised his hand.
We can't spotlight unless it's videos. Okay, help.
Hello, Ajay. How can I help you?
Hello. I just was traveling, that's why I could not attend full session. Last 45 minutes I have attended. Just wanted to confirm one thing that I have already enrolled for Quantum Leap, and there will be in November another session, I think, and I have taken EMI for that, and GBI. I'm going for that. So along in this package, we don't have this included way of champion or what? I'm not recollecting it very frankly.
Sure, Ajay, let me help you with that. So the Quantum Leap would have the way of the champion, but what was offered now was the champion's experience. It's a 5-day in-person. It's a physical event that is happening in the outdoors, very close to a forest region, right? So you will be in the outdoors and it's a total 5-day package with Thaddeus where you will be engaged in the somatic experiences, unlike all the other programs there. Shri, I see your messages. Please feel free to add on.
Yes, Ajay, if I'm not mistaken, is Warrior the first program from your Quantum Leap package?
Yes.
Okay, got it. So your Way of the Champion will happen in a bit. It hasn't happened yet. So you'll first have Way of the Champion. But the catch here is we don't know when the next Way of the Champion is offered. We don't know what the offer is going to be because it's the first time we're offering Champions Experience. So as a result, we don't know what the price is going to be, what the offer is going to be. And based on the feedback, usually this is the trend, and I don't know if this will happen, but usually the trend is the prices go up after the first batch. So that's why we're looking to maximize and help as many people as we can for the first batch. Does that help you?
Yes, I got it. This is the only offer for today. Means I need to pay 35,000 down now, and or can I have some time to think if I can?
You have time. Yeah, you have time. So 35,000 for now, and the full payment of 295 plus GST by December 1st. So you have 1 month time.
No,
So Ajay, we have the last few seats. Yes, we have the last few seats. So go ahead and put in your deposits. Otherwise, then you will be there for the next batch. The first batch is happening in Jan. So get in your deposit if you want to come in Jan, right? And then you can figure out the rest of the payment plan with by connecting with Hema and how that would work for you. Does that help, Ajay?
Okay. Yeah. I have Hema's number. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Most welcome. Thank you, Shri. Thank you. I see there are no more questions here, so we are good to wrap it. Warriors, have a wonderful evening. It was fantastic connecting with you all and raising that energy. Aho. So let's get you on to the Champions Experience. Thank you, Shri, for the link one more time. And let's go get yourselves there and see you soon enough. Have a fantastic evening and amazing celebrations with the festivities going on. Bye.